Imagine this, you're 29 years old, working your dream job, and you're counting down the days, not to your birthday, but to your termination. Why? Because turning 30 means you're no longer attractive enough to serve drinks at 35,000 feet. Sounds insane? It was real. And it was legal. Let's rewind to the golden age of air travel. The 1960s and 70s. Glamorous airports, champagne in first class, and stewardesses. Yes, they were called that, dressed like fashion icons. But underneath the lipstick and perfectly curled hair was something deeply disturbing. These women, many of them barely out of college, were hired not for their skills, not for their knowledge, not even for their professionalism, but for how well they could play the role of a fantasy. A fantasy built entirely for the comfort of men. They were required to stay single. They were fired for getting pregnant. And turning 30? That was the kiss of death. Can you imagine your job depending not on your talent, but on whether a male passenger might still fantasize about you? These women were treated like flying eye candy. Their bodies, their lives, their futures, monitored, restricted, and discarded once they didn't fit the aesthetic. This wasn't about safety. It wasn't about service. It was about sex appeal. Here's the part that really hits. This wasn't just sexism. It was systemic objectification, built into the rules, protected by the industry, and normalized by society. Now think about this. If a woman could be fired for simply being human, aging, falling in love, having a child, then what else have we accepted as normal that's actually injustice? Pause for reflection. Here's the twist. That kind of profiling didn't end in the skies. It just changed outfits. Today, racial profiling wears a suit. Sexism gets rebranded as corporate policy. Discrimination? It's hidden under the word standards. But the core? Still the same. Still toxic. Still real. The brave women who challenged those rules? They paved the runway for every woman working in the skies today. But the turbulence hasn't cleared, not just for women, but for anyone judged by their identity before their ability. We still see people profiled because of how they look. Still told they don't belong. Still dismissed for not fitting the mold. So here's what I want to know. What would you have done in that situation? Fired because you dare to grow older? Because you dare to be human? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this video if you think these stories need to be heard. And most of all, don't stay silent when you see injustice. Because the sky should be the limit, not the glass ceiling.